All right, you guys. So I wanted to get you guys up another video here. Did a couple things to the Lowrider S and kind of wanted to bring those up, address them, talk about some of the pros and some of the cons about that front fairing that I put on there. Also wanted to touch on the Fast Johnny video that I did. Also wanted to touch on the brand new CVOs that are coming out from Harley Davidson later on this year. So probably about another month or two, and we're gonna have some brand new bikes from Harley Davidson. Very excited and interested to see what they're doing, which way they're going with these bikes, and kind of wanted to get you guys some more content before my garage turns into a full-blown dirt bike dealership here, because I keep adding more and more to the garage. But thank you guys for watching, and let's get into it. All right, so as you can see, I added the Harley Davidson quarter fairing onto this bike. The little bikini fairing, speed shield, speed fairing, whatever they call it, that came on the bike did absolutely nothing to block the wind. So it looked kind of cool on there, but it did absolutely nothing. So I wanted to get this one on here because this fairing is way bigger. The width of it covers almost the entire front of that gas tank. So with that, you get a lot more wind displacement, takes all the wind off of your chest, directs it straight over your head. So I do know there's a couple companies that came out that are making windshields for this. Looks like Denton Performance is going to be the #1 on the market right now. There is a long lead time on it, but I'm going to be ordering one of those here shortly. The only thing that I did not like about it was the inside of it. So as you guys can see in there, when you're riding, you're kind of looking down at the headlight itself, which to me, I kind of wish it still had some kind of an inner fairing with it. But other than that, the pros to this: keeps all the wind off you, looks a lot better, it's a lot wider, pushes the wind off of your chest, and directs it all completely up over your head. So some of the cons to this, I would say not having an inner fairing. So I tried to leave the original inner fairing that was on that speed shield on the bike. It's over here. Bear with me, I'll get it for you. So this is the inner fairing, this black plastic here. This part actually was inside, covered up the headlight so you didn't see it. There's the old fairing there, very small, very minimal. So that inner fairing actually covered up and made it look more complete on the inside of the bike. We'll see if I can get you a better view this way. So right now you can see directly down in there. Don't know if I'm in love with that at all. So what I might do is I might find some way to modify that, or I might run a bar bag in there. That way, if I'm running a bar bag, it kind of covers that up. I already have a bar bag on the inside of the handlebars, so closest to me, so that I can put things in there like my registration and everything. It is a Vulgar bar bag, so highly recommend it, but I might run something smaller down here on the inside as well to cover up that gap. So it was very important for me to have more wind protection. For the type of riding that I do, I like to go very fast on the highway. And with that one, the one that came on the bike, I was getting all kinds of wind hitting me directly in the face of my full face helmet. It was throwing my neck around. After about an hour or two on the highway, it kind of beats you up. I have arthritis in my neck from a bunch of gnarly accidents that I had earlier in life. Getting ran over by a truck didn't help that either. So I needed something that was going to kind of get that wind off of me. Like I talked about before, Denton came out with the performance windshield for it. It comes up. You could get 3 different sizes. So I believe they have a 12 inch, a 14, a 16. I think they actually have an 18 as well. It's a 4 to 5 week wait once you order it, so there is a long lead time, which is the only reason why I haven't actually purchased it yet. So which I wanted to get this color matched fairing from Harley Davidson, so it's the color matched quarter fairing from them. Absolutely love it. Super simple to put on. There's 2 little C-clamp type devices on each side, and then there's a little visor that just goes right over your headlight. And then once that's on, you just pop the fairing on, and then you adjust it to put it exactly where you want. I did have the old inner fairing in for a while, but as I was riding the motorcycle, I would get a lot of vibration, and there's a metal bracket on the old inner fairing, and there's also a plastic shell that covers that bracket. What I experienced was that plastic shield that covers the metal bracket that gives it that more complete look, that would vibrate and would give off like a really heinous vibration sound when you were at about 2,500 RPM. And to me, that was unacceptable. It distracted me while I was riding and I didn't like it. So I took that off. For the most part, it looks absolutely amazing, except the inside looks a little unfinished, but we're gonna address that. I might try to look at some kind of speaker. I don't know if Plex audio will fit in there, but I may give that a shot and see how I can make that work. Reach out to them guys. They're pretty cool. Their customer service is amazing. So we might get that going on here before the end of the season. Also, you guys are gonna see here real shortly,